Staying alive. Oh, good evening, fellow degenerates. Mickey D here for Cold Beer Sports. Just was getting a bit carried away there with the flashing lights. Thought I was back listening to the Gibb Brothers, the Bee Gees, way back in my heyday. But they're on again this evening, so this is my usual spot inside the window, and they're making me feel more Christmassy. I seen a few funny comments just leaving about them, so I'll leave them on. Anyway, see no racing today. Yesterday we had one running. Just to touch on it, as whatever. It was third. I backed it at 10 to 1 and 11 to 1 the night before. Went off, was it 9 to 2 or something. Ran very well, but didn't jump very well. So nobody told as whatever that he has to combine both to get the best possible result in a race. So when he does so, I'm sure Chris Gordon will get a race or two in that horse because he seems to have a good engine. Somebody told me last night that he went 20 to 1 in running, betting and running. So for him to finish third, it shows he's a bit of an engine. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's £10 lower than his initial mark over fences. So we'll keep an eye on him for again. But we got from a bit of profit anyway. So not a bad start to the week. We're not to be losing. 2 horses for tomorrow. I found it very difficult to get an angle on tomorrow's races. There was no low-lying fruit to be plucked, I thought, in any three. So I went with two young horses with potential. The first one is in the 215 at Leicester. 4-year-old last quarter, trained by David Pipe for that good ownership out Brocade Racing. And they, Native River Brinkley colours. And they own no bad nag at all. So they all have good stock. It won a pint-to-pint bumper in Punchestown last May for Colin Bow, 2.5 mile. And then it ran the bumper in England, but 2 mile was never going to be its forte. It ran then in a maiden hurl recently in Chepstow and ran very well. Finished second to a Nods-on shot who had previous hurling experience. So I think it's 2-4 or 2-5 tomorrow. Chepstow, galloping track. He's a big galloping horse. He'll make a fine chaser. That's what he was obviously bought for. But there's the favourite there is Jetoile or of that Ryan Potter, is it? But it beat Midland field the last time, so we're 11 to 4. So I'd be risking a 2-point win on this horse tomorrow. The favourite's 11 to 8. Maybe have a look at the betting without as well and see what you get. Because I think this jock will go out in front after the first couple of hurls and he could be hard pegged back. He's only a 4-year-old, so he'd be suited to the track, and I think he'd be right there. The other horse then is an improving 3-year-old. It's in the first race in Dundalk. Samrouge. Ran at 7 furlongs the first few times and 6 furlongs then, and it was farther than it was able to go at the time. When it came back into 5 furlongs, that was drawn wide. Ran very well, tucked in behind like an old pro and finished third, fast finishing third. Then the last day it was drawn way better, it was drawn in 5 and it was about 6 lengths behind the turn for home to a speedster, no speed limit. And it got up to beat him in the shadows of the post in a fast time, 58 seconds and change. And it's drawn tomorrow in 8. There's speed on the rail and that number 1, can't remember his name. It is Speed Machine. Won a 3 times I think at Dundalk. Hasn't ran since June. Could set it up ideally for Samrouge. It's only a 3-year-old. It's out of Prince of Dubai, trained by Ross O'Sullivan, who you don't associate with speed merchants, more stay and chasing type. So he's proven to be versatile when he gets a decent joke. This is a 3-year-old. I think it has potential. It's 11 to 4 as well with the green bookie. So I'd make him a 2-point win as well. And why don't we go for the juggler and do a 1-point double? It's Wednesday and we have a couple of nice jokes coming up on Friday. So we'll try and get a bit of change, and we, for that into the pockets. So there's the 2:15 at Leicester last quarter, 11-4, 2 points win, and the 4 o'clock at Dundalk, Samrouge, 11-4 as well, 2 points win, and let's go for the jugular pint double. Biggie D for Cold Beer Sports, over and out. Bash those bookies.